Alright, example 6. Last one. I'm skipping example 7 of this section, so I'm skipping example 3 and example 7, the word problems. Don't worry about them, not a big deal. Alright, example 6 is the trickiest problem of this whole section, so kind of look out for these types of problems. You will see it again. Alright, look at this. So you got log of 2x plus log of x minus 5 equals 2. You have a log plus a log. You can't just set log equal to log and have it be as easy as 2 questions ago. Example 4. Okay. When are you ever adding 2 logs together? You remember all your rules of logs? When do you add log plus log? What can you do with that? Well, it's like adding exponents. When are you adding 2 exponents together? When you were multiplying, right? So this answer, when you add log plus a log, you can simplify. You can condense. Remember condensing? That becomes log of this thing, 2x, times this thing, x minus 5. Now make sure you put parentheses. There you go. Log of this plus log of this condenses to this equals 2. Simplify this right here. Okay? You have log of 2x squared minus 10x equals 2. How did I get this part? All you had to do is multiply this times this, this times this to get this right here. Now, you have log of something equals 2. What's the base? Base is 10. You just don't write it. Now, how do you get x by itself? That's the key. Alright, how do we do this? Well, we did this earlier. This is, if you started right here, if I said, hey, here's this problem, do it. It's just like last problem, I think. Yeah, last problem where you have log of something equals 2. How do you get rid of log? You base it. Base both sides by 10. Because this base is 10, that's why 10 here. 10 to the log 10 cancels out. You're left with this. So base this side. So 10 squared, that's now an exponent. So here's what we have left. 10 to the log 10 cancels out. It's 1 times this, which is 2x squared minus 10x equals 10 squared is 100. There you go. Now it's a normal quadratic. You're just going to solve this quadratic right now. Alright, so 2x squared minus 10x. Move 100 over. Remember solving quadratics? Minus 100 equals 0. Make it equal to 0. What I would do is I would get rid of the 2. Divide everything by 2. Divide this side by 2. Divide this side by 2. Put it up here. X squared minus 5x minus 50 equals 0. So now you're going to see, does this factor or does it not? Okay, or use the formula to get this done, the quadratic formula, if it doesn't factor. But I think it does, right? Negative 50, factors of negative 50 that add up to negative 5. Remember doing this? Factors of negative 50 add up to negative 5. I know 5 and 10 make 50, so let's say negative 5 and 10. Those two make negative 50 if you multiply, and they add up to 5, which is not this, so that's not it. But I almost got it, right? What about 5 and negative 10? They multiply to get negative 50, check. They add to get negative 5, check. These are my 2 things I need. X plus 5 and x minus 10. You guys got to remember the old stuff like factoring. X plus 5, x minus 10 equals 0. The zero product property says x plus 5 could equal 0, x minus 10 could equal 0. Set them both equal to 0. Final answer, x equals negative 5 if you solve here. If you solve this one, x equals 10. Here's my 2 answers. And if you look up here, negative 5 and 10 are right here. But, there's a big but here. And it's not mine, okay? It is, you have to check answers. Watch this. If you put in negative 5 into the original, look, check this answer. Put in negative 5 into x here and into x here. What do you have? Log of 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10 plus log, I didn't need that parenthesis, log of negative 5 minus 5, right? Put a negative 5 here, put a negative 5 here, is negative 10, and then equals 2. What is log of negative 10? Can you do that in your head? What does that even mean? That means the base 10 to some power, x equals negative 10, right? Can I put a power here that would make it negative 10? No. Remember I told you domain and range before? X can't be what? What can't this be right here? This can't be negative right here. You can't have the log of a negative number. So when you do, when you have a log of a negative number, you got to cross this out and say, no, that can't happen, right? That can't even be 0 right here. So negative 5 is not a solution. Negative 5 is extraneous. If you put 10 into here, that works. Log of 20 plus log of 10 minus 5 is 5. That should equal 2 if you check it. Okay? So here's my advice to you. Please check these answers. Plug them in. You can't have the log of a negative number. Log of a negative number is a no-no. Alright? That's it. Example 6 is basically, here's the basic example 6. Know how to use your properties of logs. You have log plus log. That means you were multiplying right here. Okay? So, what if you had log minus log? That means you would be dividing this divided by this. Okay? So, keep in mind those things. So your answers originally were negative 5 and 10, but negative 5 doesn't work because it's extraneous, right? So therefore, your answer is only 10, letter C. So be careful. Check your answers, and you'll be fine.